In this video, we're going to demonstrate the thermal performance of thermal glass coat. Now, it's a liquid that is applied to the inside of the glass. It chemically bonds to the glass, unlike the traditional films, traditional plastic films that adhere to the glass with an adhesive. We're going to use a heat lamp as our heat source, and we've got a clear sample of glass, a coated sample, and a sample of double glazing. Now we're going to use a BTU meter to measure the amount of heat that comes through these glass samples. Now 1 BTU is the amount of heat that is required to heat 1 pound of water by 1 degree Fahrenheit. So we'll turn that heat lamp on and you can see that coming through that clear sample, it's 210. Through the coated sample, it drops down to 35, and through the double glazing, it goes up to 116, 117, 116, 117. Back to the coated sample, 35, and the uncoated sample, it shoots up to 232. Now we're going to just show you the amount of tint by comparison in the sample. Now we've got a coated sample there and an uncoated sample. Now the tint's about an 8 to 10% tint, which isn't enough to block any light that's coming through that glass. And when it goes on the window, it's probably not quite as tinted as it's shown in that sample there. Now we've got a profiler here. Now that's showing that through that uncoated sample, it'll let through 70% of the UV, 89% visible light. That means that there's no tinting in that glass at all. The infrared is 75%, which is an indication of the amount of heat that's passing through that glass in winter. And solar heat gain coefficient, which is an indication of the amount of heat that's coming through in summer via the sun. Now on a coated sample, the UV drops to 0, so it's blocking all of the UV. Visible light 75%, so that's an indication of the amount of tint that's in that glass. 18% infrared. So it will let through 18% of the infrared heat, which is an indication of your winter heat loss. Solar heat gain coefficient 0.45. Again, that is your summer heat gain. So that shows that there's a considerable difference there as well. Awesome, thanks.